Hey, what is going on everyone? Brendan here. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Dierya 60% mechanical wireless keyboard. This is a budget keyboard you can pick up on Amazon for just under $50 in both black and white colors. Now, $50 is a very reasonable price for a mechanical keyboard. Granted that, of course, it does work good. So let's dive a little deeper into what the DK63 has to offer and see if the low price point comes with any major concerns that you should know about before purchasing this.
Okay.
So in the box, you're gonna get the DK63 wireless keyboard, a high quality braided Type-C cable, a keycap puller, and a manual booklet to show you how to use the RGB and other certain features, but we will be going over that later in the video, so stay tuned. Now let's move on to the keyboard. I was actually very pleasantly surprised when I took this out of the box. It feels very sturdy and durable and honestly has a really nice weight to it, even for its ABS plastic build. In fact, if somebody personally handed me this keyboard and told me to guess the price on it, I definitely would guess over $50. The DK63 is also very compact. I mean, just look at this thing, it's extremely tiny. Having a keyboard this small could really be beneficial for people that don't have the largest amount of space on their desk, or for honestly people that just travel and need to bring a keyboard with them, because people do that, I guess. Now, you are probably aware that with a 60% form factor, you are going to be giving up some sort of functionality. So you don't get a standalone F row, you don't get a number pad, a lot of the media keys are missing, you don't get a right side delete button. Just miscellaneous buttons like that are basically, while you still can use them, they are going to be mapped to other keys. So in order to use those, you're going to have to hold down the function key and click whatever key they decided to map those to. So it is a little bit less convenient, I guess, than having a full-size keyboard, but that is a sacrifice you are going to have to make in order to have this small 60% build. Although one major positive is this 60% keyboard has standalone arrow keys, and for somebody like me that uses those a ton for editing and just miscellaneous kind of web browsing use, it's very frustrating when you don't have that on a keyboard. So having that on a 60% is really nice, as a lot of 60% you're gonna see do not have standalone arrow keys. Flipping it over, we do have 4 rubber pads to prevent sliding, which in my test did the job just fine. We also have the on and off switch for when you want to use the keyboard's wireless functionality. And there also are no feet on the bottom to adjust the angle of the keyboard, so that is something to note if you prefer your keyboard to be at a higher angle while typing or gaming. For me personally, I think it sits at a pretty ergonomic position, and I had no issues using it for long periods of time for either typing or gaming. The keyboard is going to come stock with some ABS keycaps, so definitely not the highest quality out there, but they do still feel pretty decent, and they have a matte coating so you don't have to worry about any sort of grease or oily stains on your keypads. And I didn't really expect much more for the keycaps, granted that this is a $50 budget keyboard. And of course, you do always have the option of just buying some higher quality keycaps and swapping them out yourself down the road. Now let's talk switches. The DK63 comes in a variety of options, including the Automa black, blue, brown, and red switches. I personally ended up going with the blacks, as I do prefer a linear switch while gaming, and they do tend to be a little bit more quiet. Something to consider though is the Automa blacks do have a higher actuation force at just about 65 grams, which is kind of getting up there. So these won't be the fastest option for you if you are doing some sort of fast-paced gaming, or honestly if you just want to type for a long period of time. It can possibly get a little bit fatiguing for you. So my recommendation is just do your research on what switches are gonna be best for your certain situation before making any sort of keyboard purchase. Now let's check this thing out a little bit closer and jump over to a quick sound test. So yeah, overall, I think that this keyboard sounds and feels great while gaming and typing, especially for a $50 budget option. I just gotta keep reminding myself this keyboard was $50, and so far it's impressing me. Now, aside from all of that, the DK63 does also have some pretty good RGB lighting. Comes with a decent selection of different light effects that you can switch through by holding down the function key and pressing the / key. You can also adjust the brightness of the keyboard by holding down the function and pressing the up or down arrows. Let me show you guys a quick clip of some of the different RGB modes. This keyboard can also be used in wired or wireless mode and does come with a detachable Type-C to Type-A cable. And it is the new style of Type-A that you can plug in on either side. Why they didn't do this ages ago completely blows my mind. But overall, this is a major plus to have a removable cable, as a lot of people like to use custom Type-C cables, and you definitely can with this keyboard. I had absolutely zero issue using this in wired mode for both typing and gaming. It was very responsive, and overall I had a pretty good experience. Now that does bring us to the wireless functionality. Connecting the keyboard wirelessly to my computer was an absolute breeze. You just go to the Bluetooth setting on your device, then hold down the function and Z key for 3 seconds on the keyboard to enter the pairing mode, and then just select the keyboard once you see it pop up on your computer or your device that you're trying to connect it to. Boom, super easy. It also does have a rechargeable 1900 milliamp battery, so you should have absolutely no issue with this lasting you for several days at a time without having to recharge it. Now, I was a little skeptical that a wireless budget keyboard could ever really be a good option while gaming, but I was truly surprised. I tried it out on some Call of Duty and I had little to no issues whatsoever with delay. I had no connection issues at all. But does that mean that I would ever recommend using a budget keyboard's wireless mode to play some sort of fast-paced multiplayer experience? Definitely not, and I do feel like most PC gamers would agree with me. But for casual gaming or typing, I think that it's a totally viable option, and it definitely gets the stamp of approval for me. I was very, very surprised. That kind of just brings me to my final thoughts on this keyboard. Personally, I think the DK63 is absolutely worth the $50 price tag on Amazon. I mean, honestly, I would have never guessed that a keyboard for $50 could feel this premium, and I'm highly impressed. I haven't been this surprised in a product in quite a while, honestly. So if you are on a budget and you're just trying to get your gaming setup going, or you just want like a keyboard to use for your gaming console, this is absolutely a perfect option for you. So if you do plan on picking up this keyboard and this video was able to help you out, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and check out our Amazon affiliate link down below to purchase this keyboard. But that is gonna wrap up the review today. So once again, my name is Brennan, and if you wanna see future content on tech, games, movies, to literally anything nerdy in between, make sure to subscribe to Digital Cynics. Peace.